Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. In this video, I wanted to review the Arteza Everblend markers. Now this is the 60 set. I was so kindly sent these from Arteza to review. I have not opened them at all, so I'm not sure how they work yet, but we will discover that together. So again, as I said, these are the 60 Everblend art markers. There is a chisel tip, a fine tip, and there are replaceable tips for these markers. Now, I did hear rumor that with the replaceable tips out there already, that they may in the future have refills for these, because right now you can order, if you run out of a certain marker, you can order that particular color, but you have to buy them in sets of 4, which is kind of a bummer. So if they were to come up with ink refills, that would be awesome. The other thing, the other rumor around, and I don't know if these are true or not, I did hear that in the future they may be coming out with brush markers. Wouldn't that be awesome? As we all know, it takes a long time to get products into production, so who knows, even if they are thinking of that, who knows when that would be. So let's look at this particular set. So let's get this off. Okay, probably gonna have to rip it. Okay. Now, the thing that's so nice about these Arteza markers is they come in Arteza's nice case. They do have these nice clips on the front. And then, in addition, they have the Velcro. So they are super duper secured. Most other cases just have the Velcro. I don't know if, the clips in addition to the Velcro is necessary. But I suppose if you travel around, with these markers, it is nice knowing that they are extra secure and they will not open. Let me take this off. On top, they do have the handy carrying handle, and they have the shoulder strap. I never use the shoulder strap, so I always just take mine off. Because I don't travel with my products, but it's nice to know that it's there. It's got a nice padded strap here, so they're comfortable to put on your shoulder and travel with them. So let's look at the markers themselves. Oh, look at the colors. Oh, how gorgeous. Love colors, right? Oh, yes. So let's take out a marker and let's look at these. Now, the thing that is so different with the Arteza markers versus your other budget-friendly markers, or really any other marker, alcohol markers anyhow, is these are triangular based. Oh, and I do like that. That is different than, say, your Cali Arts that are more square. To me, they're a little bit more cumbersome to handle. I do like this triangular shape. I think they're going to be real comfortable to hold. On the marker itself, it does have Arteza Everblend marker, Everblend art marker. You do have an indication of which end is the chisel tip and which end is the fine tip. And in addition to that, you'll notice that the chisel tip does not have a color indicator, whereas the fine tip does. So you'll instantly, if you don't see these symbols, say it's upside down, you'll know right away which is the fine tip and which is the chisel tip. So I like that also. So let's look at the tips themselves. Oh, and they do snap nice, so you know that you're ink is not going to dry out. Oh, that's a nice chisel tip. I like that because it comes to a really fine point. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, that is a nice chisel point. And then this is the fine tip. Now I notice the fine tip looks like it's a little bit longer than the other fine tips, say on like the Cali Art markers and your other budget-friendly markers. And I like that. I color a lot with my fine tips because, as I've stated many times in the past, I'm not a real big fan of the chisel tips, but I am hoping to kind of get more used to them, because when you're coloring large areas, you of course want to use the chisel tip and not the fine tip. And you don't want to be switching back and forth between the chisel tip and the fine tip when you get to smaller areas. So I do want to start getting used to just using the chisel tip a little bit more and using the tip to get into your finer areas. So we will be trying that. Now on the end, you do have the alphanumeric code. In this case, it is A422. I don't know if you can see that. And then it actually has the color name, in this case vermilion, and then it is also on the other end. Now I noticed the color name is quite small. I almost wish they would have these switched around, have the color name on top where there's a little bit more room, and have that color name a little bit bigger. I don't know about you, but a lot of times I look for the color name before I look for the code. So yeah, I guess that is one thing that I wish was maybe switched around. We'll see once I start using them. Maybe I will, you know, look at the code, because that's going to be much more visible than the color name itself. So we shall see. Now the case itself, like most other marker cases, if you have any marker cases at all, they do open up on the sides via Velcro, which is really nice because then they open up like a book, and you can set them to the side and you see all your colors, and you can get at the colors much easier. This last one, of course, does not move. It's just the middle section that moves. But yeah, you can see them a lot easier than if that didn't open up, if that makes any sense. And even though there are 60 markers, there is room for 12 additional things, because there is room for 72. So if you have any, say, other colorless blenders, or you know, other markers, or you know, fine liners, things like that that you do enhancements with to your pictures, you could put them in here. I like that too. So what I thought we would do today, usually when I get new sets of markers, I swatch them out. So I thought what we would do would be to swatch these out together. Now, the thing that I looked at when I wrote these out ahead of time, so it won't take so long to do, is I looked at this card, and if you see, all of the colors are on this card. Now we know that colors on printed material is only as good as the printer is, so that's why I don't necessarily go by things like this. I always want to make my own color charts, and that's what I would suggest for you too. Unless you're not a color chart person, then you could just go ahead and use this. Would fit real nice. They have a nice zipper on the back of this case too, and that would be a great place to tuck that in. You can't fit a whole lot in here because it's kind of flat, but this would be another place that you could place in maybe some little cards if you're on the go and you want to, you know, do something with that, or maybe again fine liners, or some gel pens, you know, that those would fit in here too. So that's a nice feature too. I'm going to be taking these off of my zipper, and maybe I will go ahead and tuck it into here. Or you could make your own color swatch onto smaller cards, marker paper, and put them in here. And then you would have your color chart really nice and handy. So let's look at these markers. Now, I did write them down in order of those little cards. So we'll see if they are actually in order in here. And they're not. Oh, bummer. Bummer, bummer. Okay, I'll be starting in the middle of the case right here, because these are in order on here, and then I imagine I'll have to go to a different side. So I think all in all they'll be in pretty much correct order. Now of course, when I make my own permanent chart, I'll be typing these all up. I did not bother putting the code in over here. For now, am just going to go by the color name, and then I'll swatch them out, and then I always put mine in order from light to darkest. So that's what I will be doing. But let me zoom you in, and let's go ahead and swatch these out and look at all the beautiful colors. I am going to be using the chisel tips for this. Let me scoot over a little bit. Okay, so let's see what this one is. Bumblebee yellow. Okay, a little bit darker than what I thought it was going to be. And it's a little bit darker than what the cap shows. It's pretty close. As it's drying, it's getting a little bit lighter. Okay, so let's go on to sunflower yellow. Yep, okay. So, oh no, that's sapphire. Oh, they're not going to be in order. Oh boy. That means I'm going to have to sit here and look. Oh boy. That's Tuscan Sun. Oh, I apologize. I thought by going by the card that it was going to be in order what was in the case. So here's sunflower yellow. Oh, that's a pretty yellow. I like that. I'm just going to put these out here so I don't have to bother getting them back into the case. Here is neon yellow. Probably is going to look like our typical highlighter, right? And yes, that is our highlighter yellow. That would be really pretty on something with a black background, like a black background mandala. And then we have neon pink. Another color I'm assuming that would be pretty on a black background. Let's see. Oh boy, no wonder I didn't find it, because this says neon pink, and to me it looks pretty orange. So I'm kind of confused about that one. Neon pink. Yeah, that does not look like neon pink to me. That looks more like a neon orange. Interesting. Now the next one, of course, I am not going to swatch out. It's the blender pen. So let's go to olive green. And yes, this is in a very strange order. How I took them off the card. This is the order they were in. So, oh, now that's pretty. That is definitely an olive green, and that matches real well. Sapphire yellow. Let's see, where are you? Okay, let's see. I did that one already. Got to get it out of the case. All right, this one is sapphire yellow. Oh, that's a pretty nice light yellow. Okay, apple green. Yeah, I sure wish these would have been in order. Apple green, here we go. As I take each one out, it'll be process of elimination. It'll maybe go a little bit faster. Oh, that's pretty too. That would be great for grass and trees. Then we have a lime green. Is that this one? That's pale green. And again, with the words being kind of small, the color names, it's a little bit more difficult to see them in the case. Oh, I like that too. Maybe it would have been better if I would have put the code in here. Okay, we have jungle green. That's pretty. For a person that green is not my favorite color, but I can see these being used a lot in landscape pictures. All right, then we have forest green. Those two are pretty similar, aren't they? This forest green is just a tad lighter than jungle green, but they're very, very similar. Okay, cactus green. All right. Oh boy, that is very, very similar too. Again, these two are lighter than the jungle green, but boy, forest and cactus. I mean, each one is a little bit lighter than the other, but yeah, very, very similar. Then we go to turquoise. Which I usually like. Oh, that's pretty. Then we have pale green. Okay, not necessarily pale, but it is a pretty color. A little bit lighter than the apple green. I could see blending these two together. Cerulean blue, and I usually love this color. One of my favorite blues. Oh, that's gorgeous. Love that. Burgundy. Okay, now we got to come over here. Let me see. Burgundy. Definitely a burgundy. Most of these so far, with the exception of pale green, seem to be pretty aptly named. Oh yeah, neon pink wasn't necessarily. Although now that it has dried, it isn't quite so orangey. It is almost like a coral color to me. So definitely not neon pink to me yet, but it is a pretty coral color. Okay, let's go on to crimson red. Let me just get a few of these out here. Okay, where is crimson red? Okay. I will find it, I promise. Okay, one of these days I will find it. Well, what in the world? Unless it's another one that the color doesn't match the name too well. Yeah, I do not see it. Okay, we are going to skip that one for now. And I'm sure it will pop up as I get the other colors out. Let me double check these again. Tomato red, coral, No, it's not any of them. So, okay. Let's go on to a fuchsia. Huh. I am not having any luck at all here. Fuchsia, fuchsia. I see watermelon pink. Let's do the watermelon pink. Oh, that is pretty. That is definitely a watermelon pink. Okay, we have rose red. All right. Now, I did go, I promise, by the chart that was on this tag, but I am not having much luck here. Let me see. Burgundy, yeah, crimson red, fuchsia. I'm not sure. Well, let's keep going and let's see. Let's see how things go. Like I said, I'm sure. Oh, here's the fuchsia. I'm sure, like I said, I am just missing them. Oh, pretty. I do love my pinks. Oh, I know what's happening. I missed the whole front top row. My fault. Okay, so where's crimson red? Here we go. Yep. I was wondering, I'm like, okay, am I losing my mind? Oh, pretty. I know, I keep saying that, but they're all so pretty. Okay, rose red. I apologize if I keep hitting the camera with my head. Rose red, that is kind of, yeah, I guess that is kind of like a rose red, isn't it? And a tomato red. I think that's one that I had out. Yep. Oh, that's pretty. Definitely more on the orangey side, which tomato red you would think would be. Wine red, which we know is going to be darker. Yes, a lot of brown in that one. Bubble bath pink. I love the names of some of these. Bubble bath pink. Let's get you up here. Wow, now that's a bright pink. To me, that's more of a neon pink than what neon pink is. Okay, a blush pink. A lot of pinks in here. Okay, these two would blend together very nice. And then into fuchsia too. Coral, which I said neon pink kind of looks like coral. So we'll see what coral actually looks like. Okay, much darker. But it is definitely a coral. Yes, okay. Vermilion. You notice vermilion sometimes has one L and sometimes it has two L's, depending upon what pencil set or marker set you're doing. I never did look it up to see what the actual spelling should be. Has anybody else noticed that? Okay, must just be me. Pumpkin orange. Okay. And peach, I believe was down here. Yep. So I'm assuming this may be a skin tone, we hope. Yes, that could be used as a skin tone. It's a little bit on the orangey side, but that could be used for a skin tone. Pear green. Yeah, these color names are really quite hard to read. Although it could be my lighting too. I am recording this at night, so. Okay, that is a good pear green. We have yellow ochre. I always like this color too. Oh yes, definitely a yellow ochre. Okay, let's go up to the other side. We're halfway through. Hazelnut brown. So let's see what the browns are like. Not sure how many. It doesn't look like we have many browns at all in this particular set. Oh, that's a nice one though. Sienna brown. Oh, I like that even better. Apricot. We'll see if this is a skin tone too that we can use. Not really. Too orangey, but it is a pretty color. Noir, which is black. Let's see if it's a nice dark black. Oh, it is. Nice and black. Glacier blue. Now we're getting into some blues. Let's see. All right. I know it's here. I know it's here. Again, it's got to be me just not seeing it. Let me see. Oh, my head was in the way. I am sorry. Okay. Let me look. Some of these I'm looking at upside down, so then it's really hard to read. Ba-dum. All right, we know it's in here. We know it's in here. Am I just missing it again? Or is it just not real blue? Oh, Glacier Blue is a gray. Okay, see, I have an excuse. It's a pretty gray though. It's a nice cool gray. Then we have Cloudy Gray. That one I had out already, so. So again, these two would blend together if we get a mid-tone in there somewhere. Koala Gray. Another cute name. Koala. Let me see. Here we go. This one looks like it'll be a darker gray. Yep. Dark chocolate brown. Here we go. Oh yes, this looks like it's going to be very dark. Oh yeah. Very, very dark brown. Fog gray. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, this could be the mid-tone between these. All right, Sage Green. See, the case is getting emptier now. I can find them better. All right. Oh, that's a nice green. Okay, Periwinkle. All right, where are you? Periwinkle. We actually do have a few purples. Yay. Periwinkle. Oh, that's pretty. Pale Peach. Maybe this will be a skin tone. Oh, yes. That one is definitely a skin tone. You can't even hardly see that, can you? Sorry. Jasmine yellow. This looks like a darker color. Not as dark as what I thought. So that one really doesn't match the cap too well, if you can see that. Okay, Tuscan Sun. Nope, that's green tea. Tuscan Sun. You would think that would be a yellow, right? I don't see a yellow. Here's the blender. I'll put that to the side, because this one is green tea, and that's the only one that I see would kind of be a yellowish color. Well, again, let's move on. I'm sure I will find it. Now, yeah, green tea. Another olivey kind of color. Then we have teal. Ooh, one of my favorites too. I love teal. Oh, gorgeous. So teal and cerulean blue would kind of go together, right? Okay, sky blue. Here we go. Oh, that's pretty too. Looks kind of similar to the cerulean, but as it dries, it is getting a little bit lighter. Okay. Arctic blue. There we go. Another pretty color. Is it Mykonos or Mykonos? Mykonos, I think. Mykonos blue. Yes. I had to double check. Oh, nice. Deep blue. Denim blue. We know this one's going to be darker, right? Oh, very nice. Pine green, which pine green does look quite blue, kind of turquoise-ish. Oh, wow. Very pretty. Doesn't look like a green to me. And it is darker than the cap, although, again, it probably will lighten up a little. Is it Asian blue? Believe that's this. Yes. Very nice. A little bit lighter than the denim blue. Royal purple. Back to my colors. Oh, that is gorgeous. Sapphire blue. I do love the triangular shape of these. It's very nice, very comfortable in the hand. Pretty. Lavender. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. It's like a shade darker than the periwinkle, so that would be another good blending pair. Carolina blue. Quite a few blues in this 60 set. Oh, that's nice. Violet. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. That is my favorite shade of purple, or in this case, violet. Then we have a lilac. Oh, nice. Okay, hot pink. Oh, that is nice too. And last but not least is ruby red. Nice, nice deeper red tone. So let's zoom back out and let's look at the colors that are in this 60 set. Okay, we do have quite a few greens, right? And a lot of blues. Lot of blues. We have a number of pinks, reds. We do have a couple of really nice oranges in here. And a number of yellows. Sometimes some sets don't have a lot of yellows. This set has a number of yellows. Not a lot of grays in this set. Now for me, I don't use a lot of grays, but I know a lot of people do use a lot of grays for shading. I think the one that's lacking in this 60 set, however, is the browns, because there's basically only the dark chocolate brown, the sienna brown, and the hazelnut brown. Now I am assuming Arteza has not only the 60 set, but a 120 set, just like their Twi markers. And I do have the 100 set of the Twi markers. I think there were only 2 or 3 browns in the, I can't remember if it's a 50 set of the Twi markers. And yeah, I mean, it was very, very limited as far as browns. But then in the 100 set, there were a lot of browns. So again, I am assuming in the 120 set that there are probably quite a few additional browns. So yeah, I think overall for a set of 60, this is quite a nice, well-rounded amount of different colors. Of course, I always say they could have more purples because there really is only, what, 4 purples? Well, and then I guess if you want to count the periwinkle, that would be 5. And there also are not hardly any skin tones in this set. Again, I am assuming in the 120 set, there are a lot more skin tones. And if you have seen the Arteza markers at all, they did more recently than these sets. They did come out with a skin tone set and a gray tone set, and Arteza did also send me those. I will be reviewing those in separate videos, and when I have all 3 of the videos up, we are going to be coloring with all 3 sets, because let's face it, it's one thing to swatch them all out to see what colors they all are, but it's another thing to actually see them in use, right? To be able to see a page being colored with the markers. That shows you a lot more specifically how the markers react to the paper, how they lay down. What I have seen so far, as far as swatching them out, they seem very nice and juicy. I did not have a single marker that seemed like it was a little on the dry side. Now, of course, it is a 60 set. You actually have 59 colors because one is the colorless blender. Like a lot of, probably the vast majority of your other sets, one of the colors, if you will, is usually the colorless blender. So, you know, I never did find the Tuscan Sun. Now that I am looking at that, that's interesting. Unless I took it out and without swatching it. Let me just quick glance through Oh, I do have it up here. Silly me. So here we go with the Tuscan Sun. So we do have another nice yellow. I must have threw it up here without swatching it. My gosh, Lisa. Okay. So yes, that even adds an additional yellow. So yeah, there are a lot of yellows in this 60 set. So again, I will be swatching out the other two sets in other videos. Now, I will be leaving links down below to this 60 set, and it will be links for the United States and the UK. I'm also going to leave a general link to the United States and the UK Arteza sites if you wanted to order any of Arteza's other products. And as most of us know, Arteza has taken the art world and the coloring world by storm. There are so many different Arteza products out there now. It's incredible what they are all coming out with. So yeah, I will leave the general links down below in the description. And I was given a code that if you order through those links that I'm going to be providing in the description, I will have a code in the description that will give you 10% off your entire Arteza order. Now, this is from the Arteza website, not from Amazon. This code, this 10% off code, will only work on the Arteza website. I am now an Arteza affiliate, so if you do order anything through the links that I am providing below in the description, I will receive a small kickback from that purchase, which will go directly back into my channel. So I thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the beautiful colors in this 60 set. And like I said, stay tuned for the swatching of both of the other color sets that Arteza has out. They are 36 of the skin tones and 36 of the gray tones. And yes, I should have those up shortly also. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please hit that like button and subscribe if you are new to my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, and as always, happy coloring. Bye guys.